Stoveleg Media, igniting conversation.
Welcome to True Crime to Go. What can I get for you?
I need a cheap flight to this training I got to go to, and I need a very expensive yacht.
Why are we pulling a boat?
Second window, and we'll see you next crime.
Welcome to True Crime to Go. I am John here with Jamie. Remember, this is a two-parter because we're doing that from now on.
Yeah, I totally just jumped on top of that. I'm sorry. We didn't plan it. I didn't ask permission, and I feel pretty bad about it.
I didn't mean for this to be like a traveling segment. You know, we're doing planes, we're doing boats.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, one of the funniest movies of all time.
I didn't even realize what I had done until this very moment.
You know, that's how you know it's meant to be.
Yeah.
I think. But it's also meant to be that their Tennessee football players getting in trouble because that's just the way the world works.
I mean, we could do a whole podcast series on all the arrests from Georgia, but it's mostly speeding stuff. But no, this was a football player who wasn't in legal trouble necessarily, but he is in trouble with the NCAA. And I genuinely want your honest, unsubjective feedback.
Well, this is going to be a legal issue. This is going to go to the court at some point because it is insane.
It is, and I don't know if it will or if they'll just. We'll get into it. Let's talk about the nitty gritty first, and then we'll kind of play this out. So today I'm sitting at work, and a buddy of mine at work shows me his phone, and I see that Arion Carter, the starting middle linebacker for the Tennessee Volunteers, who's played 3 years with the Vols, he was going to go pro. He actually went pro or declared for the draft, but then his injury that he sustained in the middle of the last season really was going to impact how much he was going to be able to make and how far up the draft order he was going to go. And so he decided to undeclare from the draft and come back and play his final season at Tennessee. I was super stoked about that.
Of course, yeah.
But today, the NCAA made it public that they are going to suspend this player for 2 games and implement a fine. I don't know how much the fine is yet, because while he was declared for the draft, he took a plane ticket and boarded a plane and went to an NFL training camp. The plane ticket cost $450, which he reimbursed because he had an agent that lined all this up. When he undeclared, he had to let go of that agent, and then he paid that money back. But the NCAA implemented that fine.
Yeah, so at this point, college athletes get paid for name, image, and likeness. Basically, you can just throw money at them and just say it's for your face. And we've been paying them for a few years now. They are professional athletes, often making hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars, depending on their position. And now they decide to step into this situation and say, no, this plane ticket is too far.
Yeah. It's the reason that he is in trouble is because he went from an amateur athlete to a quote unquote professional athlete. And he took a benefit of a professional athlete, but then came back, and that was not allowed. The problem in my mind is, logically, if you just think about it, college athletes are technically professional athletes now because they get paid buku money.
Lots of money.
And just use common sense. Like, this kid wasn't doing anything nefarious. He thought he was going to go pro. He took the benefit of the plane ticket. When he decided to undeclare himself for the draft, he paid the ticket back. It was $450. But the rules are the rules, so the NCAA says, so they levied that fine and penalty. The problem is how many other things the NCAA doesn't fine people for.
Yeah, like they're literally allowed to just shovel money. The Kentucky has a basketball player this season that is going to be making more money than the number 1 pick in the NBA draft, I think. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. He's going to be making more money playing basketball than LeBron James will this year. LeBron James.
I saw somebody post that if you add up all of LeBron's endorsements, then it will far outweigh the college athlete. But just salary to salary, he's double LeBron James's salary.
So yeah, I don't know why we're still using the word amateur. That's not what this is. They all get paid. They all get benefit. I say all. Most of them get paid. Some of them get paid extremely well. I did see this headline. Actually, I missed that it was a Tennessee guy, so I didn't even catch that until you brought it up. I think it's ridiculous. I think this is looking at the letter of the law instead of the spirit of the law, and both of those are stupid anyway. So I don't know what we're doing or what they're hoping to accomplish. If I'm him, I stand on principle and I don't accept this, and I do take it to court, and then that's going to force Congress to make some decisions so that college sports isn't the Wild West anymore.
I don't know if Tennessee will do that because of all the other trouble that they've, I guess, been proposed against the NCAA to have, but they've fought all of it in court.
Well, I don't think it'll be Tennessee. I think he can do it himself.
He can.
Because he's the one is he ineligible now?
No, so he's got a 2-game suspension, but I didn't see I didn't see if that's going to be definitely the first 2 games of the season, or if they can pick 2 games during the regular season.
And so does he get paid for those 2 games he doesn't play?
Yeah, I'm sure he will. And even if he didn't, he's going to be fine.
Oh, he's going to be fine. But you're suspending him, and then we got to decide whether he's going to get paid while he's suspended, and you're suspending him for getting a plane ticket that was pocket change for the guy.
Yeah, I really hope that it's not the first 2 games, because we really need them game 2. It's against Georgia Tech, and they're a sleepy good team.
I'm a sleepy good team. Yeah, I think this is absurd. Essentially, everybody's pushing the envelope, trying to get Congress to make some final decisions about what this is going to look like. Until then, it's the Wild West. So it's almost like the NCAA is just picking a fight here to get some decisions made.
That's the aggravating part, is just how arbitrary they can be. For instance, I may or may not have been a little passive-aggressive and upset and petty, and looked up some of the other NCAA violations that have occurred publicly, but there have not been any fines or penalties. Perhaps Cam Newton in Auburn 2010, when his father solicited almost $200,000 from Mississippi State for Cam's commitment. The NCAA, which is weird because he went to Auburn and not Mississippi State. I don't know what happened there.
Super weird, yeah.
This is Claude. Claude may have had a brain fart. Either way, if that's true...
Yeah, I don't know about the Cam Newton thing.
Full disclosure, it could be completely false.
For years and years, people have been taking money. I mean, they're allowed to take money, so that's... I don't know. I feel like this is different than all those previous scenarios, because... now they definitively say this is what you can and can't do with it. So,
yeah, well, I just wanted to start my Friday off with some NCAA beef, and I'm done. How about we take a break and talk about an actual crime?
Okay. Love it. We'll be right back.
Jamie, I said I would never, ever go here, but what say we go to San Francisco?
It's okay, man. You're not really going in spirit.
No, my heart is still in Kentucky.
And you would hate it.
I'm sure I would.
Yeah.
This happened just a couple weeks ago, July 22nd, 2026. Jamie, tell me a little bit about Elaine Forbes, 53 years old. What could she have done that was illegal?
Yeah, she started her role as the Sausalito city manager on July 1st of 2026. So fiscal year for a lot of places, July 1's where things get going. And she had been appointed by the city council back in May. City councils, people serving as city managers, mayors, all things we're familiar with here on True Crime Cast. She previously served for a decade as the executive director of the Port of San Francisco. So she's got a history of working in city government, of doing things like this. Fast forward just over 2 weeks, July 16th, she met with the Sausalito City Council and requested a leave of absence, which was very soon on starting a new job. City leaders later described the situation as very difficult and sensitive. Forbes remained on administrative leave. Why'd she go on leave?
Well, on July 17th, there was a missing person report, which was filed by Forbes, or for Forbes, rather, by concerned family members. In the early morning hours of Saturday, July 18th, 2026, around 5:30 to 6 a.m., the Marion County Sheriff's deputies responded to a noise disturbance call at the Sausalito Yacht Harbor. So the captain of the yacht, named Lisa Marie, reported that she found Forbes inside the wheelhouse of the yacht, which Forbes, did not own.
Deputies determined that Forbes had entered the yacht without authorization and allegedly manipulated the ship's controls. So she broke in and took control of this yacht, which is a giant, super fancy, crazy expensive boat.
Nearly 70 feet long, which is a big old boat.
That's a heck of a boat. She was taken into custody around 6:50 a.m. and booked into the Marion County Jail. Initial suspicion of felony burglary was later reduced. She was charged with 4 misdemeanors as a result of this action. 1 count of prowling, which I don't know if I'm going to get charged of something. That's not bad. Sounds awesome. 2 counts of unauthorized lodging and 1 count of petty theft of personal property, and was held on $50,000 of bail. So at this point, she's just kind of arrested for being somewhere she shouldn't have been.
Yeah. So this call came in as a noise complaint. Jamie, you're a boat owner, but you've also been on a cruise. So you've heard the horn of a giant cruise ship, right?
Sounds a lot different than the horn of my Mini Cooper. Yes.
Right. It is very deep, guttural, like you're in the presence of something big.
Yes.
So this yacht is nowhere close to the size of a cruise ship, but just imagine hearing a similar horn. So that's what the actual, if you want to say pilot or captain of this boat woke up to, was that horn going off, the lights that are like a strobe light kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Those things are going off. Basically, Forbes is trying to steal this boat, but she's turning everything on except for the boat. Yeah, she's turning the lights on, the horn.
Don't flip the noisy switches. I mean, those horns are loud because they're there for safety, to let other vessels know, hey, I'm in the area. So yeah, it's going to be loud. And she definitely announced her presence, whether she meant to or not.
So obviously something's going on with Miss Forbes. I don't know if she's had a mental health break or whatever, but she was asked to do a psychiatric evaluation. I think she ended up doing that voluntarily, but there are going to be charges to face on this. But I guess the moral of this story is, if you're having a psychotic break, don't leave work and try to steal a yacht.
Yeah. And you have to wonder, when did this start? She took a leave 2 weeks into work. Was this going on for a while? Was this recently onset? And if it was recently onset, I don't know, could anybody have helped it? Had she planned this, or did she have the ability to plan this? Could this have been something that she just did in psychosis? Like, how accountable is she going to be held here? And is she going to get the help she needs?
I hope she does. Bless her heart. But, I went to the store last night and I was looking at fishing poles, but I do want to get out on the water. I think I'm just going to take a day off and maybe just fish on the shore.
Yeah,
and
I would not.
I don't have a boat and I don't want to steal one.
Don't try to hotwire a yacht. Yeah, I mean, thankfully, it doesn't sound like anybody was hurt. Doesn't sound like the boat was damaged. So super thankful for all that. But
thank God she didn't get the boat turned on.
Right. Because so much damage could be done. People could be hurt severely because those are big, big vessels.
Yep. Guys, that's going to do it for a Friday here on True Crime to Go. We really appreciate you sticking around. Don't forget, leave us a rating and a review.
Yeah, we're doing these 2 at a time now. It's a lot more fun that way. Just so much crime and so little time. You know what I mean, John?
I do.
That should be a new catchphrase.
Would you like crime with that?
You've listened to True Crimecast, distributed by Stoveleg Media. Check out stoveleg.com to find out more about your hosts and to find other podcasts to listen to. Stoveleg Media, igniting conversation.